Hello everyone and welcome. How is everybody doing tonight? I'm going to be working with a new door hanger tonight. This is our Americana one. We're going to kind of put a primitive spin on it. We're going to be using a wall tile, which I already spray painted white and then painted it red. And I already stained the back and stained this part with the antique wax from Waverly. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull this off because we want to tape across here because we're going to paint this blue up here. And for me, it's easy to use painter's tape to get a straight line. So I'm going to go ahead and put a straight line across here because I want to stay above that line. You aren't even in camera, are you? Let me see. If I pull this back, if that helps. I'm just waiting for the camera to catch up. If not, I'll go ahead and move it back. Just waiting to see. There we go. Alright, I can go back just a little more. There. Sorry about that. So, I'm going to put a piece across here. And I'm going to try and get it in the groove. And then make sure I get a tight seal across here so we don't have any paint getting underneath that. And I think I'm going to go ahead and use this real navy. I'm going to use a glove because I don't want to end up wearing all this and having it underneath my fingernails. I use this glove when I stain too. So I want to get that really nice and tight. And then we're going to use a diaper wipe. Now we've got two here. Thought I had my little, yeah I do. My little paint puck. So I'm going to put a little paint on the side here. This is real navy, but this is true navy. I think I want this one. Put a little there. And spread it out some. I'm going to go up with it. I'm just spreading it out so I don't have it all concentrated in one area. Hope y'all had a great weekend. And for the mothers, I hope you had a nice Mother's Day. I ain't looking camera here. Let me move that back just a little bit, so I want you to be able to see what I'm doing. Now watch that be moved back too far. There, that's better. Trying to get it a little darker here. It really looks pretty. You can see the wood grain through it. There we go. Hi, Rachel. How are you? All right, now we can take this off. Let's just move this over here. So we went ahead and stained here. We went ahead and painted up here. So now we're going to remove this. It makes it so much easier. So again, this was true navy, and this one here was the Antique Wax by Waverly. All right, now what we're going to do with this is, like I said, I painted this white, and then I went and put red on it. So I've already scored a couple places here. So I'm going to cut close to that line. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to peel the backing off. And that's going to pull everything off. But I think I'm better peeling everything off and gluing it in place. I don't want to rely on this sticky to keep it in place. So I think we're going to lather that with some glue. We are making a door hanger, an Americana door hanger, and we're actually going to be using a Dollar Tree wall tile that I painted white, spray painted, and then covered over it with red. And that's going to be like the base. So I want to see if my line where I scored that, well, now I can't see it because I pulled the backing off. So I'm just going to trim. And I knew that was going to happen. It was going to move. So let's go ahead and glue this in place. And then we'll layer this where it's supposed to be. This is going to look so vintage. It's going to look really cool. Alright, now let's see if I can trim this. Yeah, I can. So see that? We just have 2 more to go. I made sure when I cut this that I used the edge, because I didn't want this edge sticking up real far. I wanted it to stay pretty flat. So let me go ahead and cut this one for the other side. And then we'll get rid of the peeled backing. Because I'm not sure that sticky would hold this in the weather outside. So we just want to get rid of that. And we're only off a little bit. So I think I'll use my curved scissors to trim that. Go. So see, it kind of looks like it has like a vintage look tile to it with this method. Let's get rid of that. And this is going to be the fun one because, all right, this one. What I'm trying to do is take the exact corners off, and then I'm trying to go in the middle and work with that in the middle. So I think we're going to need a ruler. So if we cut a piece, 3 and 1 by 6 3/4. All right, let me take a pencil and make some little marks here. See if we can do this without messing it up. So I'm going to cut right down here. Well, all right. Peel that off. I got my line straight, believe it or not. I'm just going to trim off some up here. This one should be a little bit straighter. Maybe I'll do it that way. And then I got enough I can cut off the bottom. That works. didn't want to get that there, but we did. There we go. So I'm going to go for the flat up top. And then I think when that dries, then I'll trim that. Actually, I could probably go ahead and use this to kind of hold it in place. Because it's going to slip and slide with that glue on there. So we'll do that. And then we'll turn it over, make our mark, and then use our curved scissors, which I'm sure any scissors would work. There we go. These are holding in place really good. That seems to be holding in place. Yeah, I had a feeling that was going to happen. Pulled off some of the paint, so we're going to have to go back and touch that up. But I'm liking it. So here's what we have so far. Doesn't that look good? And like I said, we'll go back and touch that up. Moving forward, I probably would stain the whole bottom because I can see a little bit of it if I look that way. So moving forward, I would definitely stain the whole bottom. So we have some primitive stars that we're going to paint here with paint markers. It comes with 3 stars. It comes with a button bow holder. Now this probably won't be dark enough for me, so I probably will go back and do a couple coats on this. To get it to the white I want. Now, there were no marks put on here, so you can put your stars wherever you want. See how this looks. Well, I'm not liking this blue, so I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to use the blue I used. Thank you, Rach. Still have to go back and sprinkle you from Friday. Yeah, we got some on here, so we're just going to turn it over and use the same blue. Now see, these blue stars would look even nice down in here. But like I said, I didn't put it anyway because I wanted to be able to allow you to put it where you wanted. And I probably will go back afterwards, after it's dry, excuse me, and use the sprinkle, the sparkles, the gel stain with the sparkles on it. So we're just using a wipe and just doing it gently on top. Now, what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to go back and touch this up with white paint, and then go ahead and put the red over top of it. But see, this is going to allow you to put your hearts anywhere you want, which that looks really cool, doesn't it? So, get rid of some of this paint on my fingers. But I like that. It's kind of muted. You could glitter your stars. You could rough them up on the sides. This is kind of like, this kind of has like a primitive look to it. It looks kind of messy, which is what I want it to look like. So, I'm going to go ahead and color the button bow holder. That's one side. Let's move this up here. Move that to the side. And let's go ahead and make our bow. So, I have several options here. I've got this and I've got this. So, this is going to be pretty much about the bow. I'm not going to put anything else in it. I think this is how we're going to do it. Let's start with this one. Thank you. Now this is a door hanger, so you don't need really long tails. And you don't need a really wide bow. So this is about 4 inches. Yep. And I do like to use 3 loops in my door hangers. Okay. I think I'm going to go for this. Because again, I'm going for that primitive look. And it's just going to be like a 1/2 inch shorter than the other bow, the other loops. One down and one up. So see, got one here, and then it kind of follows alongside, and then you've got one here and 2 loops. Then I think we're going to go, see, I'm not liking this now. I think we're going to go with red. And I don't know if I want that one with the glitter on the side or this one. I think you don't want the glitter. I'm just going to go a little bit shorter than the blue check. And then we're going to go for the stripe. I always hate when it falls behind there. And then it goes a long way down. Gonna have to fish it up. Okay, so take these off. We're going to go ahead and pull our rope through. Now I probably don't need the button bow holder. I'm gonna see. If I put that directly, now I'm gonna use the button bow holder. Put that back in there, because I have to go, whoops, we gotta paint the back. All right, so what did I say? Okay, up, through, down, in, because when you do it that way, this little part here is going to be your hanging part. So then we're going to go in. Now see, I have a little piece of tape on the edge here so it doesn't unravel. And it's easier to get it through the holes that way. And then these two holes right here are for the zip tie. That's going to hold your bow in place. Come on now. There we go. So what I try to do is even it out here. So I know where I'm putting my knot. Again, you can go back and adjust it. There we go. That's nice and tight. Now for this, I am going to go down in the hole and come back up. Now this also allows you, if you want to put greenery under here with your bow. Hey Marcia, how are you? So this is going to go down in here, and then we're going to pull this up. Now, I think I'm going to bring some of this to the front, right there. So, before I pull it any tighter, I want to put some of this under that way and some coming out this way. And that'll kind of make that zip tie disappear. And it should hold it in place, no problem. So we're going to trim this because we're going to pull this. There we go. And then we're going to snip this. Like I said, there's still room under here if you wanted to add some florals in there. I don't know that I want to. I think I want it all to be about the bow and the stars that we're going to put on. So let's do some dovetails. You could add more stars to this. You could add balls, Christmas balls, red and blue and white. I may go back and kind of distress this some. I want to sit on it a day and see how I like it. Because I want it to look more primitive. And even I thought with this, even bandana ribbon would look nice too. Put that a little shorter. And for anyone looking for ribbon or mesh on sale, I did list all the mesh I had in my Etsy shop. So if you're looking for some great prices on mesh, you might want to go back and check that out. I've got ribbon on sale and I've got mesh on sale. And you know, as soon as people have to order new inventory, you know those prices are going to go up. There we go. So we kind of went 2.5, 1.5, 2.5, or no. No, we didn't. We went all 1, 2.5, and then the rest is 1.5. There we go. So there we've got that. So this is my rough this up just a little bit. Now, I think I'm going to put the blue one down here. And I don't know, I may go ahead and I may add some stain to this too. I'm doing this upside down and I really can't see what I'm doing. Or I may go paint that red and just put 3 stars there. That might be what we got to do to make that look. I'm just getting off some of the marker I already put on this one and see if I want that red. I think I like that better, doing the stars that way. I'm going to have to cut a new one, unless I can get that blue off of there. Well, what do you think? Right? Memorial Day, 4th of July. Oh, thank you, Marcia. Yeah, we could do any of that. But I wanted it to look primitive. And I think we accomplished that. Now, where I peeled some paint off, I'm just going to go ahead and touch that up with some white. And after that dries, I'll just dab over it with the red. And I'll fix this. That looks really yucky. So I got to fix that. But I think we're good. I think that's just how I wanted it. And like I said, this is just a Dollar Tree wall tile, spray painted white, and then a thin coat of red over top. This just doesn't look right to me. So I don't know. I may go ahead and kind of just touch them like that. I don't know. But I'll play with it for a while. But I thought that just looked really different. You know? Just something unique, country, primitive, Western. Now we got to make sure that we put one of these at the bottom, one of our felt chair pads, so it doesn't scratch the door. Well, come on now. There you go. So we're going to put one of those down there. Then we're going to take a smaller one and we're going to put it up behind the button bow holder. So we have a little bit of cushion there too. Now, we could have put this down here, We could have also stuck some of these up in the bow or just placed them on here like that. So that's another option, but it'll come with the button bow holder in case you want to use it. Now it's in my Goimagine shop. Aww. Yes, the sales are in my Etsy shop on the ribbon and the mesh. This is in my Goimagine shop. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking I like the bow right there. Which do you like? The bow up here and more room to place your stars? Or the bow down here and the stars there? What's your flavor? You're so sweet, Marcia. Ah! Well, that didn't work, did it? How did it end up there? Oh my gosh. I don't know what my problem is. Why is that? Oh, the black one's stuck in there. I'm going to go in there with the black one stuck. Get out of there. I'll leave this out because we're going to have to touch up that star. Now you can. So, do you like the bow there or up on the button bow holder and this up in here? Now you can. I hit it. I hit it with the paint and then it threw the screen off. Sorry about that. Leave it to me. All right. Again, I won't be on Wednesday. I'm just too swamped with the business in-house, local business. So I have quite a few meetings on Wednesday. So we're just going to have to do it this way, probably for the summer. So make sure to check out Rachel's shop. Maybe these need to be up off of that a little bit. What if I took these and set that up off the wood? I think that's what that needs. I think that needs to just be setting up off the wood like that to give it some dimension. Except I think this middle one needs a bigger felt pad like that. Yeah. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. No, it wasn't your screen, it's mine. Everything's so dang touchy. But yeah, I think that, and ooh, you know what? Ooh, I had these a while ago, and maybe I will use these again. These are those leather star things, and I can never get them open. There we go. Where you put a leather tie through them, and then you can attach them to something. Nope, that's not what I like. Okay, that's not happening. I'm leaving it just the way it is. I like it like that. No, that's fine. All right, So don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to check out my Robin's Wreathery page and my Robin's Personalized Gift page. A lot of new personalized items coming out. Plus, we are getting a new UV printer. I'm hoping it'll be here by July. I finally found the one I want, so we're going for it. So we'll be coming up with all kinds of new things. Like I could print a design right on wood. So I'm excited. Switch plate covers, golf balls, you name it, it'll print on it. So it's going to be kind of neat because I feel like that'll give me a lot of choices, a lot of different things I can make and produce. So I know, I'm so excited. I'm just hoping it ships and we get it. I may be one of a lot in line, so it may take some time to get here, but when it does, hopefully it'll be in time for the Christmas season so I can pop out a whole bunch of new ideas and designs and gifts. So that's the plan. Yay! All right, you all have a great night. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you next Monday. Bye-bye.